Hey everybody, this is Art over here. Art Everclear. You know, the guy from Everclear, that blonde guy. Hey, we're hanging in the hang. Come on in. Wipe your feet off. It either comes really natural to me, like I'm really happy, or, you know, something just cracks me up. But, you know, I've never been one of those people who is like, Art, smile. I'm like, you know, I don't know how to smile like that, but I'm learning how to smile. I mean, a lot of it was, very little of that title is literal. Most of it's figurative, you know, it's learning. In the past couple of years, I've been learning how to let go and just enjoy. I think nostalgia is a positive thing when it's you know, done privately in your room and you wash your hands afterwards. You know, I think it's one of those things like writing, you know, but it's I'm not ashamed to say, yeah, I'm nostalgic sometimes, but I think I'm cognizant and old enough to know that someday I'll be nostalgic for these days as well. And with that in mind, I tend to take time now, more like to smell the roses type of thing. You know, man, I don't want to make the same record over. It's boring. None of us do, the guys in the band. It's just boring. And I think a lot of fans want to hear the same record over again. They'll buy a band that sounds just like another band because it's cool, you know, to them. And I've never been like that. I've always loved so many different types of music that I feel like I'm running in place, and I don't want to do that. Stick to your guns. Do it exactly how you want to do it, and follow the preparation of it from the beginning to the end. From the beginning of writing the song to the end of the credits on the album. Have your voice heard. Don't let anyone tell you how it should be done. If it doesn't make sense to you and doesn't seem right to you, don't do it. If it seems good to you, do it.
We just wanted it really full sounding. And this record, I think, is just, if you listen to every Everclear record, they all kind of expand and grow and kind of do different things, but not totally twisted upside down. So this is just another expansion of Everclear, I think. I'm still listening to the stuff I listened to, 10 years ago. Led Zeppelin, Soundgarden, bands like that. Very few bands nowadays, like Rage Against the Machine, and the new Chris Cornell record was amazing to me. So, I'm trying to get into the new bands, but it's just nothing's really grabbing me, nothing's really catching me. So I'm just sticking with what I like and what I know. The way I see fan base is people come and people go. I mean, and people go through phases, There's gonna be the old school fans that like it, and I always thought that people liked Everclear because there's songs there with a great rock band and great melodies behind it. And the people that want to hear songs are still gonna listen to Everclear. And Everclear's never really been like a fad or a phase, but people will like Everclear for a couple years of their life, and then they'll move on. Maybe they'll start listening to Tom Petty or whatever. Everybody goes through phases, but I think as we're expanding more, we're going to grab more people in that normally wouldn't have listened to us because had that edge, or they didn't like the all the melodies. But people come, people go. I think the hardcore fans are going to stay there because they like the songs and they like the band. But, you're going to lose some and you're going to gain some. It's all fleeting. That's it. Here today, gone tomorrow. Just enjoy it while you have it. And, we're just doing what we like to do. So just having this opportunity to play music and have the success that we've had, I'm very fortunate. And if it all ends tomorrow and I get my legs cut off or somebody runs over my hand or whatever, I'm happy with what we've done. I'm proud of it.
As each record grows, we're more specific about what we want, and we're also, now that we've reached a certain level of success, we're able to do those kind of things where we have the studio time and we have the know-how and we have the connections where we can call someone up and get a string quartet in, like that. So it's sort of playing around with a lot of that kind of stuff. It's like a painter using colors on a palette. You know, you may have them all out there, but you may only use some, or you may blend some, and you might not blend any. But you have the palette there that's there to make the songs what you envision them to be. Well, I was born in 1970, so a lot of that stuff was before my time, and it's almost like in the back of your memory, you can sort of remember it until people start talking about it, and then you're like, oh, okay, I remember that, I remember this. So it's really kind of a flashback. The way each record has gone, that's just something that just we've dealt with each record. I mean, we make the music for ourselves, and it's been, you know, Art writes these songs, and people really relate to them. So we have no control once the music is done. We record the music to how we want it to sound and what makes us excited. And each record's gone out. You know, there's some people that say you sold out or whatever, and then there's some people, you know, we just do it for ourselves. You just got to hold on and go for the ride, because not many people get a chance to do it, and you know, someday it's all going to end. And it's like every time we go to Capitol Records, I always go up to the top and have like a cigarette on the top overlooking LA, because someday security's not going to let me in there, right? I'm going to be like knocking on the door, hey, it's me, you remember me from Everclear? And they're going to be like, no. So every time I go up there, because one day it's not going to happen, so I go up there and sit up there every time going, wow, man, this is really cool. This is really cool.
Hey, this is Art from the band Everclear. The Launch is giving away a trip for two to come see us, Everclear, in concert. Plane fare, hotel, spending money, backstage passes, money's for groupies. So go to the newsroom or just click on your screen now.